Good day, everyone. Welcome to St. George's Preschool's open house. We just have a few rules that we have to abide by. Please keep your cameras on at all times. Display your full name and have your mics muted. Feel free to use the chat function to ask any questions. This is being recorded. Welcome to St. George's Preschool. I am so glad you have taken the opportunity to come and join us. Welcome. My name is Miss Carmen Byron, and I am the acting preschool administrator. I was just reflecting and that I've been teaching for over 30 years. And this open house is a bittersweet one for me because these little ones will be my last children I will be teaching. Yes, and it's kind of teary-eyed. I'm going to teary eyes on that, just reflecting on it. Um, I want to welcome members from the Ministry of Education. I know Mrs. Trott is here, and I don't know if Mrs. Eve is here. Miss Trott, can you give a wave? And Miss Eve, are you here? Okay, she'll be coming along. I just want to introduce you to my wonderful group of teachers who are committed to transforming children's lives and to develop long life learners. We have Miss Moya Daniels. Miss Daniels, would you like to say anything at this time?
Sure. Good evening. Good evening, and welcome to St. George's Preschool's open house. My name is Moya Harford Daniels, and I have been working in the education system for 40 plus years. This is my first year at St. George's Preschool, and to me, teaching means making a difference in the lives of the children, and the memories that I will make are things that I will treasure for years. And thank you for joining us.
Miss Harvey, would you like to say something?
Evening. My name is Apple Harvey, and I've been teaching for 30 plus years. I enjoy teaching little boys and girls, and we make learning fun. So every day is a new experience, and I look forward to every day engaging the young children in meaningful learning.
Thank you, teachers. Mrs. Daniels?
Yes, and Kate, this is our mission statement. We, the Bermuda Government Preschool, in partnership with parents and the community, would diligently provide a developmentally appropriate program in an inviting, nurturing, stimulating, and safe environment that meets the needs of all students. We are committed to preparing students for primary school as well as for the challenges of a rapidly changing and increasingly complex society.
Thank you very much, Miss Daniels.
Mhm.
We have members from the Department of Education. These are our support teachers, Mrs. Mulby, Mrs. Joseph, and Mrs. Millett. Our support teachers are qualified specialists who provide support for the children socially, emotionally, academically, uh, with their fine motor skills, the gross motor skills, the speech, and language. So these are our support staff. And these are the ones from the Department of Health, Miss Daniels, Miss Rayner, and Mrs. Deal. St. George's Preschool's building is part of the former St. George's Garrison, which housed the British Army. Now it houses 20 active preschoolers. Let's take a look at St. George's Preschool. This is our entrance hall. the girls' bathroom, and the boys' bathroom. This is Miss Harvey's classroom, and she has the biggest classroom. This is Miss Daniels' classroom. This is where all the fun happens in the classroom. This is our outdoor playground, ever changing. And this is our fruit forest. We have these trees that the children are nurturing and watching them grow. Every year we try to add a new fruit to our garden. We, St. George's Preschool, uses and follows the principles of the creative curriculum for preschool provided by Teaching Strategies Gold. And we just finished doing the tree study, and I thought it'd be a great idea to explore it with you. The children have investigations to do. They have about 5 investigations, and they go out and they collaborate with their teacher and their peers to find out what's happening. So their discovery was, what are the characteristics of a tree in our community? So they went out, they looked, they explored, they were talking about the tree size, the leaves, parts of a tree, and one child said that trees give us shade. Here we have them measuring themselves. I'm taller than the tree. And the other one says, this tree is just my size. Investigation 2, which is another week, they talked about who lives in a tree. And these are all their answers that they gave. Investigation 3, what foods come from a tree? And this is what they have said. This is their response. And one of the teachers made lemonade out of the lemons. And look at this little girl, how intense she is and engaging she is, and proud of making lemonade. Investigation 4, who takes care of trees? And Lorenzo said, I take care of trees because his family has a lot of fruit trees. And the other little boy said, a tree doctor, and someone saves them. That's me. And here is Mrs. Daniels' class planting their tree, their pawpaw tree, and they're taking care of it. Unfortunately, one of them died over the holiday. Investigation 5, how do trees change? Chelsea says they need water and food to live. Eden says trees grow from the ground and you have to give them a lot of sun and a lot of water because they need to grow big and strong. And the other little boy said leaves turn brown, red, yellow, and orange in the fall. And these are some of their art pictures. So that is what our tree study is about. It goes more in depth, but I just want to give you a highlight of what takes place. These are some of our special activities. Once we go back to being able to visit places like the gymnastics and kaleidoscope and the aquarium and other related field trips. We are in partnership with the community, and this is St. George's Community Service Center and Sylvia Rastoon. And Mrs. Daniels, these are some of our special events that we have.
Okay, so the special events that you will see are the norm. So hopefully we will, in the next coming month, be able to participate in some of those normal activities. As you see, in September, we did meet and greet. We actually met the students on Zoom. I believe myself and Ms. Harvey, we met them individually, and then we brought them together as a class. So we took our time to meet the parents and with the students individually. In October, we did the PTA, we did a walkathon fundraiser, which was very successful. We also, and then in November, we had our parent-teacher conference, which was done on Zoom. Some parents were, of course, at work, so they had the option to do WhatsApp video chat. So those were our two options, and it was different, but it was a big adjustment, but it worked. It worked. In December, of course, we didn't have a Christmas production. We did have a celebration in each classroom, and we focused it on the movie Polar Express. So the students were able to wear the pajamas to school. They were able to watch the movie. They were doing different Christmas activities within the classroom, different crafts. So we made it as fun as we could. And then we're looking at this month, it's January. It's gonna be a crazy hair day. And I know in January right now, since we're now doing the clothes study, the students are learning about clothes and what, the importance of clothes. And in both classes today, the students, we have what we call cap day. So they wore their caps to school, and that tied in with the story, the read aloud for today, for this week, was caps for sale. So that was something that they enjoyed today. In February, we do a grandparent tea party, and that is something that we, of course, the grandparents are not able to come into the building, but we have some great ideas that the students can take home for the grandparents. In March, we have an exercise-a-thon fundraiser. This too, as for the walkathon, parents were not, because of COVID restrictions, they were not able to attend. Hopefully by March, they might be able to come and watch the students do the exercise. And then hopefully in April, of course, the egg show. In May, it all depends as well, sports day. And then of course, June, normally we'll have a school leaving ceremony. Thank you.
And this is the Christmas get-together they had in the classrooms. And it was pajama day. Okay, now we want to find out what is the life of a preschooler at St. George's Preschool looks like. And Mrs. Harvey will take us on a tour of that.
All right. Good evening, everyone. A typical day of at St. George's Preschool, the children enter the building first by getting their temperatures taken in their cars. They be forced to independence, so the children come into the building independently. They pack their school supplies, their lunch boxes and stuff away, and then they immediately go and wash their hands. Once they get into, we have table time, where the children actually work on activities that foster fine motor activities. Then we move on to circle time. And so this is where we sing songs and we talk about different activities that are coming up in the day. And it gives the children a chance to talk about their feelings and to do, in my classroom, we do a bit of mindfulness. Outdoor activity time, this is usually, right now we're doing separate. So one class goes out at 9:30 and they engage in outdoor physical activity. And then the other class goes out at 10:15 and they engage in lots of gross motor activities, as well as a lot of role playing and a lot of things that foster friendships and working together. We have fruit time, and then we go along and have morning meeting. Morning meeting usually consists of the question of the day, which comes from creative curriculum and the study materials. So that's what we talk about. Right now we were talking about PLUS, so we will have time during the day to actually physically talk about PLUS and interacting activities regarding the study that we're currently studying. Then there's choice time or center time, and this is when the children get to physically choose what activities they want to do themselves. So they get to come up and pick activities that they are interested in, and they are able to engage in a lot of role playing and artwork and academic stuff that they find interesting. Then we have small group where the children work with their teacher on certain skills that come up via creative curriculum or on individual needs. Now we have lunchtime, and the children wash their hands, and they are able to foster independence again by taking out their lunches, setting up their tables for lunch, and washing their hands, and to have their lunch and packing away their materials. Then once they finish, they're able to get a book and read quietly until the next activity takes place. And it's rest time, and then we have some sleepers and we have some resters. So the children are not necessarily required to sleep, so they just either rest or they can sit quietly and read a book sometimes. In the afternoon, we have Owls Pals and music and movement. This is when they are able to learn about social emotional development, as well as engage in movement and instrument playing or singing songs to close out their day. And then it's dismissal. And most boys and girls, we do not have an after school program. We do not have a morning program. I saw the question in the chat. Children are dismissed at 3 o'clock promptly. And thank you.
Thank you, teachers. Now, preschool registration and information. Every online preschool applications are available. It is important that you know that your child must celebrate their 4th birthday between the 1st of January and the 31st of December of 2022. Parents need verification of residential address. You may need a Balco bill and proof of guardianship if you have guardianship over your little ones. And if applicants is being registered by that's a non-parent, that's what you need. They must be toilet trained and have had CDP 2 years old screening. Registration is Friday. It will be Friday the 14th to February the 4th, and applications will be available online from January the 14th at midnight, and registration links will be posted in the Bermuda Public School Facebook page or www.moed.bm. We do have, these are the contacts. Oh, how do you go back? Previous. Okay. These are the people at the ministry level. We have A.D. Bucci, who is the early childhood education officer. We have Carmelita, who is a education officer for special education. And we have Jacqueline Eve, who is registration coordinator. You can look here for if you need to get in contact with anybody at the ministry, these are the ones to help you out. And if you need to contact us, this is our information. Mrs. Harvey was talking about no after-school care, but the new Sunbeam Nursery offers van service and they offer aftercare. You could get in contact with Sarah Crockwell Laws, and she will be able to assist you in that. Thank you very much for considering St. George's Preschool. We look forward to seeing your little ones next year. No, I'm sorry, September, if you choose us. We have Mrs. Carmelita Trot on the phone, on the line. Would you like to say anything?
Good evening, parents. I want to welcome you to the Bermuda Public School System and just let you know if you have any children or if your child has any special needs, it could be a speech need, gross motor, meaning has services of the OT or PT, or some behavior challenges, anything that your child has a challenge in, just reach out to me. My role is to ensure a smooth transition for your child. So I assist families ensuring that children get a smooth transition into St. George's Preschool, since we're talking about St. George's Preschool. So Ms. Byron showed you my number and my email address. You can email me if you can phone me. It's car like you're driving, cartrot@gov.bm, or you can call my cell phone number and we can have a chat and see if we need to have any further conversations or your child will be okay to just have a regular transition into St. George's Preschool. So if you have any questions, give me a call or send me an email. Thank you, Ms. Byron.
You're welcome. Do you have any questions, parents? If you don't have any questions, we'll be happy to answer your questions. Just call us. We are available to answer any questions that you have. Thank you for coming and being a part of St. George's Preschool's open house. We look forward to seeing you. Have a great evening.